Sham on it. Here we go. All right, all right. Okay. We are happening. Woo! Okay. How's everybody doing? Wow, that when I'm speaking, that reverb is very annoying. Let me just shut that down for the moment. Okay. That's better. It's cool for some songs, I think, but probably not for all of them. You can't hear me. Oh, good. You can see me. I'm so glad, Jody. Nice to see you. Yeah. All right. Fancy pants. I'm going to play me some songs. It's nice to see you guys. It's nice to be at the end of the month on a Sunday again and spend it with you. Yeah. If you have a sec, just give me a little quick something about how it's been going for you in the chat, because I don't think there's that many people here. It's not like you're going to annoy everybody with your life story. Just give me a little download on how it's been. I have been writing slowly writing songs for this musical for Vanessa Stewart's daughter's school. They auctioned away this 4-song musical, this 20-minute musical that would be performed by Vanessa Stewart and her husband French Stewart, who you might know from 30 Rock. And I'm helping Vanessa write it, and it's about this woman named Molly Bagby who moved away from her home when she was a teenager to New York City to go be involved in theater, and then traveled all over the world, and then came back to Atlanta. And we've taken that arc and turned it into a musical that's 20 minutes long. And I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and it is slow going, but it's deeply rewarding. I'm getting this much money for doing so. I'm like just donating my time, but it is so much fun to write a song about somebody's life and turn it into a piece of theater that's made just for them. It's like a bespoke piece of theater. It's really fun. And maybe I'll play you guys one of those songs. In the meantime, though, I am going to do a song from early in my Song a Week project when I had started working for driving for Uber. I just moved to Seattle, and I couldn't keep making money writing songs for Disney for a variety of reasons, and a lot of stuff fell apart. So I started driving for Uber, and I got to learn a lot about how the streets of Seattle are laid out. And this one funny thing happened on New Year's Eve, 2016. It was the longest night I worked, and I saw lots of people who were under the influence of a variety of different things. And there was one really, really drunk girl I took home, and I was talking about how happy I was that despite the fact that Trump had been elected, I was so happy with how 2016 had gone because I had a new baby at the time, a kid named Arlen. And this girl let it slip that she had lost a baby that year. So I was thinking about her the next day, and I wrote this. This is called I Will Take You Home. In the streetlight glare, concrete pavement gray, in the chilly winter air, edge of night turns into day, wobbly on your feet, with your smile turned down, on this crowded south side street, in this lonely part of town. If the piece of sky you bit off is too big for your mouth, if your glorious plans for the evening spread their wings and all flew south, then I will take you home. Yeah, I will take you home. If the year gone by was too much to take, you could either laugh or cry, you might bend or you might break. If the bar was loud, if the music sucked, if you're tired of the crowd, if you're gonna self-destruct, if you're drunk, coked up, or stoned, or maybe all of the above. If you are looking a little too hard tonight for somebody you could love, oh, then I will take you home. Yeah, I will take you home. Everything's cool and it's all alright. Everything's cool, you've been out all night. Everything's cool and it's almost light outside. Just enjoy the ride, and I will take you home. And I'm kind of thinking, sick of thoughts about the bridge that I wrote, so I'm going to skip the bridge and go straight to the final chorus, because I actually don't want to sing about keeping a bucket by your bedside. That's not really what I want to put in a song after all. Just a little bit more time, thought about it a few years later. Final chorus, and I will take you home. Yeah. It's all alright. Everything's cool, you've been out all night. Everything's cool and it's almost light outside. Just enjoy the ride, and I will take you home. Sort of a weird thing to say, like the hook of "I will take you home" is, it could be like, "Hey baby, I'll take you home," but like I was just offering to, drive people home. That's what I was doing. Oh my gosh, y'all are there! So great that you are here, Chris Rimple. So my friend Chris Rimple got me this shirt. It is the cover of probably my favorite XTC record, at least the one that meant the most to me at the time, because it came out during my senior year of high school. And the band is XTC, the shirt is Oranges and Lemons, and holy crap, what a great record. What a great band, and what a great friend who bought me this t-shirt. I feel it's like sort of an early birthday present. My birthday's next week. Let's see here. Kevin Stanford is here. Yay! Hilmy Jaden is here. Awesome. Mark Smith is here. This is really, really nice, y'all. I'm going to play some more music for you. I spent a little time doing like that driving stuff. It was tricky. And at the beginning of the whole driving for Uber thing, I felt like this is awesome. I'm like directly helping people. Previously, in my former life, I wrote songs for Disney, and maybe a lot of people would hear this song when they saw Mickey Mouse singing it. But then, like, I didn't like directly interact with those people, so I didn't have this direct feedback loop of, hey, I'm doing a thing for you that you need to make things better for your life. It was really nice for a while, and then I got really disenchanted with the company and tried to figure out, God, these people are awful, and they're kind of doing awful things to both passengers and drivers. What do I do? And I tried to find other things to do with my time and had some trouble. But I wrote a song about the experience of not knowing what to do, because I just actually didn't. The song is called Double Down. And it goes a little something like this. Where are your corporate clients? How come they ain't giving you the love like before? Well, baby, it ain't rocket science. Your reputation took a hit when you disincorporated, couldn't cope and couldn't cooperate anymore. So now you're circling all the want ads you can find, and you're applying to every possibility on that Craigslist. Yeah, you're eating lots of ramen, and you're kind of in a bind. And the question you keep asking is this: well, do you double down, or do you double back? Do you Indiana Jones it for the jewel and the crown, or do you give up the hunt before you have a heart attack? Do you spread your increasingly threadbare wings and take to the sky, or try to find some brand new footing somewhere on some solid ground? Well, do you double back, or do you double down? Where is that sense of elation? Where is the joy you used to take in all things? Well, babe, they went on vacation. Yeah, they needed a break from the doom and the gloom that all your wallowing and ruminating brings. So you're checking out with a magnifying glass, and you're searching the map to see where you went wrong. Was it that left at Albuquerque that led you into the desert out of gas? No, nobody cares, man. Just get out and walk and finish the freaking song. Do you double down? Do you double back? Did something shake your faith in yourself, so now you only see all the things that you lack? Well, a wise man said you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you could kiss yourself like James Brown. I don't know if any wise man ever said that. Tell me how you gonna double back, or double down. So that's double down. Yeah. I did figure it out. I started teaching music lessons for a living. My wife was in the depth of the deepest depression I've ever been in, but my wife went to a job fair in West Seattle and got me a job teaching piano and voice, and eventually other instruments too, at the School of Rock in West Seattle, and that was awesome. Kevin Stanford, you went back and checked out the bucket by the bedside. Yeah, it's like the bridge doesn't really work, I think. Thank you, Hilmy. I'm glad you like the lyrics to that song. Yeah, man. Weird times. Becoming a music teacher is the best thing that ever happened to me in terms of just sense of self-worth and finding what I was actually supposed to be doing. So, yeah, if anybody who's listening wants to do some in-person or remote piano, guitar, mandolin, songwriting, music production stuff, just reach out, because that's what I do now, and it's really awesome. Also, I'm a nearly full-time stay-at-home dad, so I got that going for me. There's another one I'm going to whip out here. I think one of the problems of like having this job that you always wanted, it's like, this is the thing I've always wanted to do, and now I'm getting to do it. Isn't that awesome? I'm going to hang on to this amazing crown of incredible radness. I'm doing the thing I always said I would do. Oh, like as soon as you get it, if you're really excited about it, and that's how you define how all of your self-worth, then like if something happens to take it away from you, all of your self-worth is gone, and that's not good. Wow. So one of the best things that's happened to me in terms of being a songwriter and being a performer is that removing the necessity to make my entire living from writing songs. Getting rid of the pride that I originally felt, like I'm a songwriter for a living. That's my entire source of income. That I was very, very proud about that. And pride is one of the 7 deadly sins. And I'm here to tell you, it's a stupid one. It's a total waste of time. This is a song called Give More. And it's about, I think it's about me reckoning with that sin of pride and how hard it was to let things go and everything fell apart. This is called Give More. I had a buddy, let him stay on my couch, and I nursed him through his divorce when he was so damn low down he couldn't even seem to see his way back up. I let him talk and talk about his sorrow, gave him a shoulder to cry on, secretly thinking I was filling the favor bank and he would pay back up. Yeah, I thought I would be collecting interest and he'd pay a dividend. And lo and behold, when my own marriage came to its bitter end, well, he went and sided with my ex and became my new ex-friend. And I was so angry that I'd wasted all that precious time. Too angry to see he committed no crime. Let me do that line again. Too angry to see he committed no crime. Give more, want less. Send love and kindness out into the world with no return address. Don't keep a tally of your transactions. You know you're not supposed to be keeping score. There is no favor bank, no record of deposits made. You just got to give more. I had a big idea, this very, very big idea, an idea so big I could not possibly get the whole thing done all alone. I brought my big idea to a big idea producer who got the rights and the requisite parties all there on the party line on the phone. The producer said my very big idea was very brilliant. Then he said, I'm having trouble raising the last few millionth. Gonna have to kick you off the team, kid, but hey kid, you're resilient. Now go get more famous and successful, then don't call us, we'll call you. Well, what's a boy like me to do? Give more, want less. Send love and kindness out into the world with no return address. Don't leave it, it may cut you to the quick sometimes, or shock you to your tender little core. Haven't done this one in a while. Wow. When you've been tested and found wanting, but you'll be found wanting less if you give more. Well, you want the things you want. Yeah, you really, really want the things you want. And it can be tough to want the things you want and not get them. Other people flaunt the things you want. It's like they're trying to taunt you with the things you want. And the things you want can haunt you if you let them. And if you want them too much, you start to reek of desperation. They can smell it from the moment that you saunter through the door. But the thing that takes the stench away, the thing that's your salvation, well, it's not perfume or aftershave. No, all you really got to do is give more, want less. Send love and kindness out into the world with no return address. It's a paradox, it's difficult, but it turns out that's just what you are here for. You'll never get the things you want until you learn to want them less and give more, want less. Send love and kindness out into the world with no return address. It's a paradox, it's difficult, but it turns out that it's what you are here for. You'll never get the things you want until you learn to want them less and give more. Yeah, man. Well, Kevin writes that he had a job he thought was exactly what he wanted to do and got fired. Oh, dude. Yeah, I think we talked about that. I met Kevin briefly in Chicago. We got to hang out in the very bright Chicago sun in the month of May, and I heard a little bit about that. I am glad that you use Give More, Kevin, when you are having a pity party of one. That's awesome. Kevin, next time I see you, I will give you the details on what the second verse is about. I'm not allowed to say it. I have signed a document that says I can't say it in public, but that doesn't mean I can't say it in private. So yeah, absolutely. You guys, it's so nice to spend some time with you. If you throw me a request, I will endeavor to think about the possibility of trying to do it. I have been hearing this Mountain Goat song over and over in my head this past month. And I'm going to try to do it for you now. I have a sneaky plan to do this Mountain Goat song with a live looping arrangement, but although I'm almost set up for live looping, I'm not quite. The time I have out here is mostly just teaching, and not a lot of time for farting around with looping and stuff. This is a song by the Mountain Goats, which of course is primarily the work of one amazing dude who I actually went to the 5 Claremont colleges with at the same time. He was a student at Pitzer, I think a couple of years ahead of me when I was at Pomona. And I wish I'd chatted with him then, because he's such an awesome lyricist and such a crazy, wonderful songwriter. I don't know if you're familiar with the work of the Mountain Goats, but they're kind of incredible. For me, there was a little hill to get over with the sound of his voice. I used to be a lot more like weirded out by say the voice of Bob Dylan. It made me hard for me to listen to Bob Dylan. For a while, it made the weirdness of David Bowie's extremely expressive voice made it hard for me to listen to David Bowie. I was really focused on other stuff. But now I'm into Bob Dylan. Now I'm into David Bowie, and now I'm really into this dude from the Mountain Goats. And this song, I think it's about a breakup, or it could be about a death of a loved one. For me, it just captures the moment of a breakup where I was the one doing the breaking up after 20 years together. It was like this grabs and precisely nails that feeling of, oh my gosh, I've ended 20 years of the same thing. Here we go. This is called Woke Up New. On the morning when I woke up without you for the first time, I felt free, I felt lonely, and I felt scared. And I began to talk to myself almost immediately, not being used to being the only person there. The first time I made coffee for just myself, I made too much of it, but I drank it all, 'cause you hate it when I let things go to waste. And I wandered through the house like a little boy lost at the mall, and an astronaut could have seen the hunger in my eyes from space. And I sang, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do without you? Saying, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do without you? I may have changed a few chords from the original. On the morning when I woke up without you for the first time, I was cold, so I put on a sweater, and I turned up the heat, and the walls began to close in, and I felt so sad and frightened. I practically ran from the living room out into the street, and the wind began to blow, and all the trees began to plant, and the world in its cold way started coming alive. And I stood there like a businessman waiting for the train, and I got ready for the future to arrive. And I sang, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do without you? I sang, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What There we go. That's a Mountain Goat song. Yeah. Yeah. That's a Mountain Goat song. I'm so into that guy. How y'all doing? How is your Sunday going? How was your month of July? How are you dealing with the heat? What all is happening out there? I'm going to hang this, or just put this over here for the moment. And lean it right there. Have a little tea. And play a little more music. Yeah. I got about a half hour to go here until I have to start teaching. Thank you for spending this hour with me before I have to start teaching. I really appreciate you. Here's one that Kevin Stanford knows really well. It's called Suspended. I think ideally I see this either as like full-on synth pop or full-on acoustic, I don't know, full-on acoustic folkiness. But I'm somewhere in between here with this fake Casio piano. It goes a little something like this. By the way, this one's a little science fiction. I hope that's all right with you. It refers to a lot of science fiction-y things. I have a tendency to do that. It goes a little something like this. Somewhere there's an alternate universe where everything's really great. Where we always meet for coffee or we're calling each other on the phone. And somewhere there's an alternate universe where we're staying up and talking late. We are the one the other one reaches out to when he's feeling alone. And in the other universe, we always have each other's back. We haven't scared each other off or hurt each other yet. We are suspended in this lovely place between. We are suspended, and the slate is still so clean. And I've pretended that we're doing fine, that we're nowhere near the end. No, it's not ended. We simply chose to suspend. Somewhere there's a space-time continuum where I haven't gone to crazy town, where I haven't asked you for a single thing that you weren't ready to give. And somewhere there's a space-time continuum when you haven't ever let me down, where I didn't fall away from you like so much water through a sieve. Okay, I switched the metaphor, but think about a colander. You pour in wet spaghetti and the water sluices out, and it's suspended in that lovely place. Excuse me, briefly. Hello. Like a million drops of rain, yeah, it's suspended between the pasta and the drain. And have I descended through those little holes, and am I washed away? I like to think that I'm suspended, 'cause then we might still be okay. If there were no gravity, the water wouldn't fall out of the colander. No, it would stay suspended in the air. And if there were no gravity, I wouldn't have to think about the things that pulled us far apart. I wouldn't even care. Oh, if there were no gravity, the little things that added up to way too much would never come together anyway. I wish there were no gravity, but I can't fight with gravity, and I am falling faster, farther from you every day. So we're suspended. We had stopped and not rewound. Yeah, we're suspended. We'll never get back off the ground. Can this be mended? Can we turn back time, reverse this downward trend? As much as I might hope and wish, I'm just not in your pasta dish. So long and thanks for all the fish, my friend. I think this is the end. Somewhere there's an alternate universe where you and I are the best of friends. Yeah. Alternate universes, man. Kevin writes, I'm so sci-fi positive that I don't even think about this being sci-fi. Yeah. I found over the course of this Make Song a Week project that the sci-fi goofy alternate universe stuff just creeps in without me even thinking about it. Like I just start writing the song and boom, it's about, the me of 5 years ago walking through an alternate, a portal from an alternate universe. Hilmi, I'm so glad you like that one. Thank you, buddy. I am gonna keep on playing and a-sangin'. I had a weird experience. My buddy David Carter Benson, and I started up a conversation. We went to high school together. We bonded over this record, like the song at the end of side 2 of the 2-record album. Like he knew it upside down and backwards, and we sang it to each other in the hallway in our senior year of high school. It's very music geeky of us. But he has these cassette tapes of songs that I like. A live recording of my high school band Reverse, playing a high school dance in January of 1986, and we did only 3 cover songs. We did mostly originals, and we did 3 cover songs, and one of them was Billy Joel, Nylon Curtain album, She's Right on Time. And it's so not like the right song to play at a high school dance. What you want to play at the high school dance is like, I'll stop the world and melt with you. You don't want to play like this slow, low, like meditative, odd Billy Joel song, which doesn't have a groove you can dance to very well. But I remembered how much I like this song. I'm going to limp through it for you. And at some point, I'll go back and listen to what it sounds like when 14-year-old Brendan is limping through it as well. Turn on all the Christmas lights, 'cause baby's coming home tonight. I can hear footsteps in the street. Turn the choral music higher, pile more wood upon the fire. Let me find the sheet music over here. That should make the atmosphere complete. I've had to wait forever, but better late than never. She's just in time for me. She's right on time. She's right where she should be. She's right on time. I'm a man with so much tension, far too many sins to mention. She don't have to take it anymore. Since she said she's coming home, I've torn out all my telephones, and soon she will be walking through that door. Oh God, what am I doing? I may be going nowhere, but I don't mind if she's there. She's just in time for me. She's right on time. She's right where she should be. She's right on time. Left to my own device, I can always make believe that there's nothing wrong. Still I will choose to live in this complicated world that we shared for so long. Good or bad, right or wrong, it occurred to me when I set up my Christmas tree, she never missed her cue, lost a beat. Every time I lost the meter, there she was when I would need her, greeting me with footsteps in the street. I guess I should have known it, she'd find the perfect moment. She's just in time for me, she's right on time. She's right where she should be, she's right on time. That will make the atmosphere complete. I've had to wait forever, but better late than never. She's just in time for me, she's right on time. She's right where she should be, she's right on time. She's right where she should be, she's right on time. Yeah, Billy Joel, not quite a major hit. Yeah, Jody was at that dance, I think. Or maybe she stayed home because it didn't sound like it was such a good idea. We were not a good band in January of 1986. I think by 1988 we had kind of figured out what we were doing and we were actually pretty decent. But woo boy, we were really bad that first year. I'm going to keep doing songs in the key of E because that's where I just want to be today. Okay, here's a little more for you. Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you weren't aware of this, Jody of Gold Sieg family here was my prom date. She was a senior, I was a freshman, but I got to go. It was an all-school prom, so I got to go with a senior girl, and it was awesome. Here is the song that at some point soon I'm going to actually record it with all the instruments and do it. I can't get out here long enough to make it happen, which is embarrassing. But I can't stop singing it. So I just keep singing this to my children. I keep singing this to my daughter Twyla while she's having, while she's eating food. Okay, I'll admit it. I am a little terrified of any change and terrified of this one. 'Cause now I'm committed. If I said I'm brave, I lied. And it's feeling pretty strange. Sure, I'm jumping this gun. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out right. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out wrong. All I know is I'm in the intersection. I'm through the yellow light, and I'm on the other side. And I'm pell-mell, I'm hello into the next thing. I'm into the next thing. And I know when I walk in, I will walk in there looking odd. I walk in there dripping out like an imposter. Oh, golly. You know what? I'm just going to take a minute here. Please talk amongst yourselves. That just sounds so bad. I'm not sure if this is going to make it better. I put new strings on this baby, and oh my golly. This poor guitar needs some love. And I have been unable to give it love lately. It needs a full setup, I think. And I haven't been a guitarist often enough or for long enough at any one time to say, hey, I need to get a good setup on this guitar. But it's something that you need to do if you play guitar in front of other human beings, which is something I'm starting to do. So I'm going to be a guitar player who gets a guitar setup. Here is verse 2. And I know when I walk in, I will walk in there feeling odd. I walk in there dripping down like an imposter. The moment I begin talking, they're gonna find out I'm a fraud. They're gonna kick me out, drop me from their roster. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out good. And I don't know if it's gonna turn out bad. Is I'm trying to do all of the things I think I should. Dot my I's and cross my T's and say goodbye to the best thing that I've ever had. And hello to the next thing. Hello to the next thing. I liked the last thing. Went by fast thing. We had a last thing. Now you're the best thing. And I'm in the next thing. And I'm in the next thing. I'm in the next thing. And I'm in the next thing. Oh my God. Working on the guitar problem. I am. I just sold a piece of gear, and I have the budget to buy a new instrument, which is a wonderful problem to have. It feels like more of an awkward problem now that I'm a music teacher. Back when I was, touring or doing a lot of higher profile gigs with a lot bigger money, I would just say, okay, well, we need to invest the money in this. We'll just get this big keyboard, blah, blah, blah. But now it's more like I have to really pick and choose. And it's kind of fun picking and choosing. A setup is, okay, you're right. A setup isn't going to fix that, Rick Pierce. Rick Pierce is not a fan of that guitar. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep playing some songs here. I got about 15 more minutes, and I'll just pull a few things out. This is. I seem to have a preponderance of songs about getting over yourself and getting past it, and I think that's largely what I've done for the past 7 years or so. So that's what seems to be coming out. That's where the focus seems to be. And this feels like just one of the many flavors of getting over yourself, getting past it. This one's called Lift Me Up. Lift me up, Hail Mary. Word on the street is you're full of grace. And so lift me up, Hail Mary. I'm past embarrassment, I ain't trying to save face. I'm behind the half-court line, I'm deep into overtime, and the other team is putting up a fight. So lift me up, Ave Maria. I ain't never been to church, but I sure as hell need you tonight. No, lift me up, Hail Mary. Word on the street is you're the one I'm supposed to call. So lift me up, Hail Mary. Someone wrote your number by the payphone on the prison wall. So pick up the receiver, go and make me a believer. I'm between a rock and a hard place, and it sure is tight. Lift me up, Ave Maria. I'm no Christian man, but I sure as hell need you tonight. Tonight is what they call the end of the road, the dark, dark night of the soul. Tonight I'm carrying a heavy, heavy load, and I'm way down in the hole. Tonight I'm dangling at the end of my rope. I'm done looking for someone else to blame. Yeah, tonight I'm clinging to my last scrap of hope. And so I'm calling out your name. Lift me up, Hail Mary. Word on the street is you're full of grace. So lift me up, Hail Mary. I'm past embarrassment, I ain't trying to save face. Am I worthy of saving with the way I've been behaving? I don't know which way is up, what's wrong and what's right. Lift me up, Ave Maria. I ain't never been to church, but I sure as hell need you tonight. Lift me up. 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 Yeah. That one makes me feel really good when I do it. Thank you for being here with me to do that. It's like this great feedback loop of awesomeness. I just feel better when I sing that song. Thank you, Hilmy. I'm glad you love that one. All right. Here is... Oh, wait. Oh, neato. Chris Rimple writes, the line about Mary's number on the prison wall makes me read more into this, like Depeche Mode's Personal Jesus, which is not about what it may appear to be on the surface. Honestly, I haven't done a close line reading of Personal Jesus. My Depeche Mode focus time fell off after like with Black Celebration, honestly. I was like, everything before that, I was, oh my God, this band is so amazing. And then I got totally obsessed with something else. And also the girl I was dating, we broke up. And she was really into that album, Black Celebration. So I didn't buy it because of that. And what's the context for the prison wall line? Always been curious, writes Hilmy Jiden. I think it just, my brain was reaching out for things where people are desperate. And what are you going to do with your one phone call from prison? You're going to call, maybe there's a phone number there, somebody that you could call who would help you, or a lawyer who will negotiate some bail for you or something like that. It was very money focused for me at the time. I was like, whoa, we have to find a place to move to. My son was just born and our landlord is kicking us out. What are we going to do? I was still balancing Uber versus School of Rock at that point. It was like juggling stuff and trying to make it all come together. And it felt very iffy and felt like a Hail Mary moment, hence the Hail Mary song. So that was just like another way to do Hail Mary. I totally agree. Personal Jesus is a great song, Kevin Stanford. I don't want to answer about like the precise meaning of the lyrics until I know it better. It's a good groove. It's a really good solid banger. I'm going to play one of my songs. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do the me of 5 years ago. It sounds a little something like this. The me of 5 years ago stepped through a dimensional portal onto the stained wall-to-wall carpet of my living room. And the me of 5 years ago tried to stifle his contemptuous chortle as he gazed upon the piles of bills and dishes and diapers and the sense of impending doom. And he said, dude. He said, dude. 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 What have you done? You threw away everything we ever had that mattered. Yeah, dude, what have you done? All your allies and friends have abandoned you and scattered all the goals we worked so hard for. One for the money, two for the show. We were 3 millimeters from making it, said the me of 5 years ago. The me of 5 years ago was easily 20 pounds lighter. He looked younger with fewer gray hairs and he had much whiter teeth. And the me of 5 years ago was fit and trim with darting eyes that looked brighter, but they couldn't quite disguise the sallow desperation just underneath. And I said, dude. I said, dude. Young and impulsive mistakes and left me to pay for them. Yeah, dude, what have you done? You made young, laughably bad decisions and I abhor them. All the things you think are important, you're so wrong you don't even know. Go back to your desperate life and brace for the impact. Younger me of 5 years ago, get out of my living room, get out of my mind. I'm trying to move on from all you represent. Yeah, I'm trying to leave you behind. You keep coming around to see how it's going. Kick the tires and poke at the seams, as if that'll ease the pain of knowing that I didn't fulfill all your dreams. The me of 5 years from now floated up in a plexiglass bubble and smiled at his squabbling and combative younger facsimiles. And the me of 5 years from now, my older, balder, fatter, happier double, stretched his back and neck and arms and touched his toes without bending his knees. And he said, dudes. He said, dudes. You have done the best you could given your circumstances. Yeah, dude, what have you done? You knew the odds, paid your fee, and you took your chances. Now I'm going back when I came from, It's all gonna work out somehow. Just stop writing songs about this stuff for a while, dude. Said the me of 5 years from now. Yeah. That one makes me so happy. Frisco Lala. Oh, Laura, it's so nice to see you. Dudes, I'm here at the last moment. Hi from San Francisco. Thank you for popping in, Laura. It's really nice to see you. Hope all is well. Hope the Sunday cooking is going well. I think I have time for what do I have time for? I don't have time for very much because I have to start a lesson in 3 minutes. This totally doesn't work for me, but I found myself singing this song this week. Still in one of these E or A keys. I'm dancing in the 7 veils. Want you to pick up my scarf. See how the black moon fades. Soon I can give you my heart. Ooh. I don't know no shame. I feel no pain. I can't see the flame, but I do know Mandinka. Yeah, I do know Mandinka. They're throwing it all this way, dragging it back to the start. They say, see how the glass is raised. I have refused to take part. I told them, drink something new. Please let me pull something through. I don't know no shame. I feel no pain. I care. I don't know no shame. I can't see the flame, but I do know Mandinka. And I do know Mandinka. No, I do. know Mandinka. Okay, I gotta go. I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. Let's do this again in a month, okay?